sorry, no sound, no microphone for the last one. The batteries died, so we're without microphone this time. So I hope you can hear me. Workout number 2, starting with the chest press. And you can use a little bench. You can do these on the floor. I am going to use the roller because it gives you that little lift off of the floor. I'll show you the difference. So I'm going to grab my hand weights. Remember, you're going to be using the weight that you were programmed with. So coming down to the floor, what will happen here is I'm going to hold the dumbbells while they're on the floor, and then I'm going to keep my elbows on the floor and bring those bells up. Then I'm going to move my elbows out to my sides. So the chest press, this is a very safe, really nice way to learn this exercise because you can't overstretch the shoulder joints. I'm going to press it up, bring them together, and then bring them straight back out where they were. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Okay, so tightening the chest and strengthening the shoulder joint. These exercises will help prepare you for planks and push-ups and press-ups. So on the roller, it looks like this. To make sure I get my bells on either side. If these are heavy, you'll want them to be in place on either side of your bench or your roller before you start. So watch the difference. So here I'm going to get that little stretch. My elbows go toward the floor. I'm going to get a nice stretch to the shoulders. Inhale and exhale. The next exercise are chest flies. So very similar. You might want a lighter weight for this one. This is a longer lever. As the arms or legs are longer during an exercise, it is going to make it much more difficult, much heavier. Okay? So my elbows are slightly bent and kind of looks rounded, a rounded position of the arms. Only go back as far as you feel the strength and your neck is relaxed. And that is chest fly. When you're finished with these, bring them up and in close to your sides to release. Next exercise is going to be the press up. Can't be avoided. This is a functional movement. There's a couple of little tricks here for you. If you have these kind of weights that I have, they're high enough that you can place on the floor. These can become your what we call parallettes, and it really helps your wrists stay in a nice straight line. Okay, so you can use them. I'm going to start with a level 1 press up. I am just going to have my knees together and I'm in a perfect square position. What I'm going to do from here, wide fingers slightly turned out, elbows slightly bent to start, tuck the chin. I'm going to simply keep my back neutral, pull the abdominals in, and bend the arms only. Nothing else happens. My forehead goes toward the floor, press it back up. Forehead toward the floor. Elbows are going out to the side slightly. Otherwise it'll be too difficult and you'll just be using the elbows. To open this up a bit, now I'm ready, let's say for the next level, I'm going to sit my hips back, extend the arms out into a nice child's pose, arms wide, leave your hands there, then bring your chest over the hands. Now I'm in a plank position, a kneeling plank position. Same thing, but now I'm dropping the chest toward the floor. I'm going to go halfway down. Exhale, inhale, squeeze your legs together. You need to use your legs and you need to use your butt on this one. Okay? You can go down a little bit lower as you progress with your strength and stretch it out. Remember to do the number of repetitions on your program. And the next one we're going to do is bicep curls. And you'll probably want to stand or use a Swiss ball. Standing is good. Feet apart, hip distance. Just bicep curl. I'm turning my fingers toward me as I do the curl. Okay. Then add a set of singles. Or you can repeat on one side and split it up. So I could do 8 on that side, 8 on that side, or 16 total alternating. Variation, add balance to it. Lift one foot off of the floor. Same thing on the Swiss ball. You can sit on the Swiss ball and do these just the same. Next one, we already have the weights in place for a side bend. You can keep both weights in your hand, or you can have one weight in your hand. It's probably more comfortable to drop one, place a hand on hip. Make sure this is lightweight, not too heavy. I'm using 3 kilo weights here. Chest up, pull the ribs in, pelvic floor on. I'm going to tip to one side. I'm going to get longer though. Unlock your knees on these and make sure your back's not arching. Pull into more of an abdominal curl position and up. Stretch. It's a really nice stretch. Definitely want lightweight for this one, not too heavy. Breathing. And of course, you can repeat it on both sides. So whatever I'm demonstrating here, please make sure that you do it on both sides. All right, next one is going to be obliques. I'm going to demonstrate this on the ball. This can also be a small ball. So I can lie on the floor with the ball underneath the back, or I can use a roller. So I'm going to show you on the ball and the roller. I'm going to roll forward with my body at a slight angle, hands behind head. Make sure your feet are right underneath your knees, and then roll back a little bit so you're more of a straight line. The further back you are, the more challenging it's going to be and the harder it will be on your neck. So if you come here, this is a great starting point, because you can always roll back from here. Elbows slightly forward, tuck the chin, and I'm simply going to exhale and turn chest, the breastbone toward the left thigh. Come back to a flat back or a little bit of extension and curl up to the other knee. It's a very small movement. Inhale, exhale, up and over. Inhale, exhale, up and over. And that is the oblique twist. On the roller, the roller's underneath the bottom tip of the shoulder blades, feet apart. Inhale and exhale up. Now I might as well mention it now before I forget. You can use the video clip for your program. All you need to do is just push pause, obviously, when you get to the next exercise. So in order to complete your repetitions, this is for the technique. Press pause, finish your repetitions on each side, and then press play to go to the next exercise, obviously. Okay, so this one you can stretch back as far as you like, as long as your chin is still tucked and it feels good. Don't go anywhere that causes pain. Shorten it if that's the case. And those are your oblique twists. We're going to be moving on to the triceps. These are great. I'm just going to do these lying on the floor. Now here's the thing. I've got 2-3 kilo weights here. But triceps are very small muscles and they don't need a lot of weight. So you can take a larger weight, perhaps a 4 kilo or a 5, and hold the ends of it right over your chest. Make sure you're holding it secure, and then I'm going to bring that bell, the dumbbell, toward my forehead and straight back up. forehead, and up. This is quite a comfortable version of this exercise. As you progress, and you can get and sit on the ball or in a chair. I'm going to take the same bell overhead. This requires more flexibility in the shoulder joint, which you should develop with time if you stick to a strength training program and flexibility program. So I'm going to drop the bell behind my head and hug my head and push the bell straight to the ceiling. Make sure those arms stay right by your ears. Your flexibility may only allow you to have your elbows here. That's fine. Just wherever it's comfortable to do. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring it in front to remove it safely. And for the next one is dips, and I'm going to be changing the camera so I can show you. So I'm going to turn you around here. So what you're looking at is a bench. Is just like a tool bench. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to have a seat on it. Place my hands right next to my hips. And then I'm going to step my feet away so that my butt is not touching it. What I'm going to do is use my legs, squeeze my legs together. I'm going to drop my hips in front of the bench. Press back up. Drop. This is a great stretch for the shoulders. Drop and press. Make sure you don't go so low that your shoulders come forward. Your shoulders stay back and chest is lifted. It's just halfway down is enough. And that's your tricep dip. You can do that on a chair as well, on a low chair. I'm going to move you back to the other part of the room for a couple of stretches. So we are going to stretch the back. I'm going to show you with the roller. So the Cobra stretch is to stretch through the front of your body, your abdominals and your hip flexors. In Pilates, we call this the swan. Legs are wide and turned out. Arms, forearms up over the roller. I'm going to start with shoulder shrugs, gentle shoulder shrugs. Shoulders up, shoulders down. Now roll the roller towards you, bend the arms, lift the chest. Bring your hands onto the roller and press up a bit, only as far as it's comfortable. You can increase the range of motion as you go. Bend the arms, press in, pull the abdominals in and squeeze the bottom and stretch. Forward, pull, bend the arms, press up and pull those abdominals in. Do it again, shoulders. Look at the roller. Avoid this. Keep your eyes looking straight ahead and the back of your neck long. That takes us into child's pose to stretch back the other way. You can still use the roller or no roller. Knees can be apart or together, whatever feels comfortable to you. You can also be lifted. And straight into a pec stretch from here. And take my knees a little wider. Lift the hips. Push the roller away. My arms are at the ends of the roller. Stretch. Without the roller, it simply looks like that. Press the chest toward the floor. Come up to your cat stretch. And that's the end of workout 2. Enjoy.